Hey, what's going on, guys? Chronis Gaming back with a brand new video. In this video, I'm going to be bringing you guys top 10 things that we've all done in Clash Royale. But before I get into this video, I have to say that I woke up with a really sore throat. So if I cough or if I sound like a little bit scratchy or weird throughout this video, that would be why. But without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to just play any replay. Let's go with this one. And the first thing on this list is asking your friends for a $20 iTunes card or whatever, Google Play card on your birthday. I did this like a year ago, 2 years ago. I went I invited like 6 people and I was like, all of you, bring iTunes card. And like two of them did, so I was like, oh yes, that is so mint. I'm gonna get so many legendaries with this. And I got one legendary or something. So I know for a fact that I've done that, like I just said. I asked my friends to get me a $20 iTunes card for my birthday. So hey, the second thing on this list is fireballing or zapping that is literally about to die. If you just saw this then, I logged 2 goblins that my princess just shot. I'm going to just replay it just in case if you guys didn't see it, or you can just, replay the video. Oh well, anyway, so I'm just going to times it by 4. This is a prime example of it, come on. So my princess was shooting the tower, I thought. So I was like, okay, I might as well just save my princess. This is it right here. Look, princess shoots those goblins and I log the knight. What a worth log. Like, if that's not a worth log, I don't know what is. So the third thing on this list is searching up decks from like Chief Pat, Nick and Knight, Molt, or Orange Juice, like any of those guys. I've done this, and I know I've done this because I did it not too long ago, and I was like, good arena, like 11 decks or something, like best 4,300 trophy deck pushes or something. I tried them out. Did I win? Of course not. Whenever I try out decks that are like meant to be good, I never do. It's just my luck. So the fourth thing on this list is making up an excuse of why you lost that friendly battle. Like, I know I've done this. Like, I'm gonna say this for like every single one. The same phrase. I know I've done this because it actually happened like coincidentally not too long ago. Alright, so I did a friendly battle, and of course I lost. And I was like, and then the guy's like GG, and I was like, oh sorry, I lagged. And then another time I was like, oh sorry, my mum told me to get off the phone. Did those things really happen though? No, of course they bloody didn't. I'm just like, I just hate admitting that I lose. Like, I just hate losing. Just like how Molt hates losing, I just hate losing. So the fifth thing on this list is trying to pre-log or zap something. This normally happens when you have like the princess card. This could happen for something else, but this mainly happens for the princess card. Why? Because when the princess is at the bridge, you want to try and let the princess get as much chip damage as possible, right? So you place the princess down. This is like after you know their deck and you know what the counter to like your princess is, which is like what, goblins or skeletons or something. So you place the princess and you're like, okay, I'll place a log now. The log rolls, hits nothing but the tower, and then like a second later they place goblins or whatever they use to counter your princess, and you're like, boy, are you serious? Why didn't you just place it like 5 milliseconds earlier? This happened to me too many times, and it just gets really annoying every time I failed. Like, I just can't pre-log or zap anything. The sixth thing on this list is copying the #1 player's deck, and you guessed it, losing. Okay, this guy, the #1 player at the time, used a mortar deck, and I was like, okay, I'll use the mortar deck. I used it. Did I win? Of course bloody not. Of course I lost. Why would I win? Like, it just happens all the time. It's just like, starting to get frustrating. Like, sometimes I was on a huge losing streak, and I was like, alright, none of these decks are working. Let's copy the #1 player's deck, because it must be a good deck, because it's the #1 player in the world, right? Nope. Of course. I just keep losing, and then I just decide to, search up decks, because I can't make any good decks by myself. So, yeah. The seventh thing on this list is using an OP card and losing, i.e., Royal Giant, where is this scumbag, and the Elite Barbarians, or whatever OP card there is right now. Of course, we've all done that, we've all been there, we've all tried out like one of those OP cards. You made a deck with the OP cards and you're like, alright, this should destroy. Did you destroy? Did you, when you click battle, did you beat the person? No, don't even give me that. Of course he didn't win. There's no, like, you might have won, but then you might have lost like 2 matches after. Happens to me way too often, and I'm like, okay, sick, I guess I just won't win today, I never wanted to win anyway. The 8th thing on this list is missing a zap, log, fireball on a goblin barrel. Like, okay, to be honest, I've actually hardly ever missed a zap or a log on a goblin barrel or fireball, whatever you use to take out like a goblin barrel. But the amount of people that miss my goblin barrels is just off the charts. Like, legit, this is I know you've seen this like probably like heaps of times, but this is the perfect example of how to make someone miss a log, zap, or fireball on your goblin barrel. So you can either place a goblin barrel here, that spot normally works, or you can place it right there. So why this strategy works is because it looks like it's going straight for the tower, because it's like perpendicular to the tower, if that makes any sense. And then look, the knight is tanking for the goblins, and look, it's gonna take out the whole tower. That happens way too often, and then they have to spend even more elixir. Like normally they'll log, they'll miss, and they use a zap. So that's 4 elixir for a 3 elixir card. Hashtag I am a god at elixir trading, or whatever you call it. So the 9th thing on this list is BMing after you lose 4 games in a row. Like, this has happened to me way too often. I just feel so bad for doing it, but do I really? No, not really. Because I lose 4, they BM when they beat me, I'm like, alright, 6, so you're gonna do that. So I beat the next person, I'm like, ha, thanks, ha. But do they care? No, because they got me a mute. So I think my problem is that I gotta mute more people. But also my problem is that when I mute them, I get curious of if they're BMing or not. So then I unmute them, and then they don't BM, and then like at the end of the game I unmute them, and then they start BMing. I'm like, what a bloody mistake that was. So the 10th thing on this list is BMing at the end of the game with a spell card. So this normally happens when you're winning, and it's pretty self-explanatory. I was going to a training camp right now. So you have like a fireball, rocket, log, whatever you use, and at the end of the game, you either do this with Inferno Tower, place it right there or whatever, and then you go like that, you place a log. This can happen if you're winning or losing. So you just like throw spells wherever you want, because it really doesn't matter, because you know you're gonna lose or you know you're gonna win. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to drop a like. Did you agree with any of these things that I listed right here? If you did, please sure to subscribe. But again, I'm sorry for my scratchy voice. You know, it's not my fault, but you know, I'm sorry for it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.